Hi friends, this is Pyramid Classes and I am your math instructor Mamta Moore. Today we are going to learn about the new topic, that is Introduction to Trigonometry. And for the previous topic, the triangle, you can go through the link given below in the description box. So let's see what the terms or what the things contain this chapter trigonometry. In this chapter, Introduction to Trigonometry of class 10, chapter number 8, we are going to first discuss introduction. What is trigonometry? Why we are going to use it? Then we are going to see what a trigonometric ratio. Then we were going to calculate that ratio at specific angle and find its complementary angles. Okay, and then we were going to learn some identities, or you can say trigonometric formulas. So let us start introduction part. For the introduction, trigonometry is a Greek word which comes from the word trigon and metry. Trigon means tri, means three, gon means side, and metro means three sides of a triangle. Metro means measuring the three sides of a triangle. This branch of mathematics is used to solve the geometrical problem involving triangle. When we are not able to calculate the thing, actually we are going to construct a triangle in the form. We will going to construct a triangle, right angle triangle, and try to find out the solution of the problem. Okay, so let us where it is applicable. It is applicable where the sea captain found the navigation. You can use it for the navigation. If you are riding if a captain riding a ship, he can calculate the length of the tide or where the waves are moving, like that, by using this branch. We will going to discuss in the application part this things in the application part, the second part of this chapter. So and even the surveyor, whenever you went to the roads, you see some people are taking the stand and the camera and looking at through that camera over the bridges or over the road. They are doing the survey of the road. They are the engineers, and you can use it in making electric circuit and musical tune, where the wire, the length of the string or length of the thread are predicted to make a particular notes, or even you can use it to measuring the height of the tides in the ocean, and many more. Okay, so let us start first. What is a trigonometric ratio? Trigonometric ratio. For trigonometric ratio, first you have to learn a few basic elements that are required to calculate the trigonometric ratio. First of all, whenever we are going to discuss about the trigonometry, we are going to take always a right angle triangle. Okay, here ABC is a right angle triangle which has right angle, that is 90 degree at angle at vertex B, and the vertex B which contain the right angle and one acute angle A. This part AB is the side adjacent to angle A, and this part AC is the, as we have discussed the Pythagoras theorem, according to that this part AC will be the hypotenuse, this part is adjacent part, and this part is the opposite part, or we can say this will be the perpendicular, this will be the base, and this will be the going to be the hypotenuse. Okay, so I will make it much more simpler for you. If a side which contain 90 degree angle and the acute angle, for which we are going to see or observe the things, the part which contain the acute angle and the 90 degree angle will form a base. The part which is facing the acute angle or the angle which we are going to consider will be the perpendicular, and the remaining part, the longest part, will be the hypotenuse. Okay, there are two angle. If we are going to leave the angle 90 degree, then we get two angle A and angle B. So for angle A, side BC will be the perpendicular, the side AB will be the base, and side AC will be the hypotenuse. But for angle C, the part containing the angle and the 90 degree will form base. So the base for C will be BC, and the side which is opposite to the side of C, angle C, it will be the perpendicular, that is AB will be the perpendicular, and the longest side AC will be the hypotenuse. Okay, so don't get confused opposite and here. Just see just name them perpendicular, base, and hypotenuse. That will be quite easier for us to calculate the thing. So let us see. what we have, as we know that the sum of interior of angle of a triangle is always 180 degree. Here ABC is a triangle which has a right angle at point B, at vertex B, which contain 90 degree angle, and angle A plus angle B plus angle C will be 180 degree. We are substituting angle B by 90 degrees, so angle A plus angle B plus angle C is 180 degree. We shifting this 90 degree to the from left to right, so it will become plus 90 will become minus 90, and we have angle A plus angle C is equals to 180 degree minus 90 degree, that is 90 degree. If sum of two angles are 90 degree, they must be acute angle, because their degree must be, or their sum is 90, so they cannot be individually equals to 90 or greater than 90, so they will become acute angle. Okay, so let's see what are the trigonometric ratio. First, basically we have a right angle triangle, just as we have discussed earlier, which has right angle at vertex B, and A is an acute angle and angle C is an acute angle. First we are going to consider or observe the thing according to the vertex A, and so sine, trigonometric ratio is nothing but it gives a relationship between the sides of a right angle triangle with the acute angle. Okay, it will be the ratio, or you can say it is a ratio or a fraction of the side with respect to the acute angle. Okay, so we consider ABC is a right angle triangle and B is having a 90 degree angle, 90 degree. So what will be going to sine of angle A? Sine of angle A is the sine angle A. Consider the angle A, the side which is opposite to the angle A by the hypotenuse, and the side which is opposite to the angle A, what will we have given the name? That is perpendicular. So perpendicular by hypotenuse will be the sine of A, that is the side BC by side AC. Similarly, cosine of angle A, what will be the cosine of angle A? Side adjacent to the angle A by hypotenuse. That side adjacent to the angle A will be the side which contain the angle A and the 90 degree angle, which will be the base. So base by hypotenuse. And what will be the going to be the tangent of angle A? The side opposite to angle A by side adjacent to angle A, that is the perpendicular and the base. So what we will say, sine theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse, P by H. Cos theta is base by hypotenuse, that is B by H, and tan theta is perpendicular by base. You can also learn this by this method, that a particular traditional method, that is Pandit. But if we are considering the numerator part, then we will going to discuss the denominator part. Okay, so what we were going to write, Pandit Badri Prasad Hari Hari Bol. Okay, so we will write P Pandit Badri Prasad, then we are going to write in denominator Hari Hari Bol. So first part will be P by H, that is sin theta, second is B by H, that is cos theta, and third part will be P by B, that is tan theta. Now we are going to see what the inverse part will be. So the inverse, the sine inverse will be named as cosine. And remember, here theta and sine are not two elements that are taking as a product. Here sine is the ratio, which sine is the trigonometric ratio, which tell us the ratio of the side with respect to the acute angle theta or the angle A, because angle A is actually angle theta. So sine of angle A will be not the product of sine and theta, it is the ratio of the side according to the observation point angle A or according to theta. And inverse of sine is known as cosec, या cosec of angle A, that is 1 by sine, or cosec theta is 1 by sine theta. So it will be the inverse, as sine is perpendicular by hypotenuse, so cosec will be hypotenuse by perpendicular. Second is opposite or inverse of cosine, that is cosec theta is 1 by cos theta. If cos theta is base by hypotenuse, what will be the inverse? Sec theta, it will be the hypotenuse by base. Similarly, cotangent of angle A is opposite of tangent, that or inverse of tangent. So cot theta is 1 by tan theta. So cot theta can be written as base by perpendicular, as tan theta is perpendicular by base. Okay, now consider the figure. As you see in this figure, as you observe the figure, APAM CPB and QNM. Means what we are going to do, we are increasing the side. We are increasing the length of side PM to CB to QN, and the hypotenuse AP to AC and AQ. Similarly, base AM to AB to AN. Okay, as we know that these are all triangle made with the same acute angle A. So what we are going to do here, see, acute angle is not changing, only the sides, length of the side is changing, and even 90-degree part will be always same. So here PAM is similar to triangle CAB, as it is B is 90-degree, M is 90-degree, A is the common angle. So by double A similarity, triangle APM and CAP are similar. Similarly, it will be similar to QAN. And similar triangle, by as we have discussed in the previous chapter triangle, similar triangle have corresponding sides in same ratio. So AM, the base side AM by AB will be equal to hypotenuse AP by AC and perpendicular MP by CB. Okay, so sine theta is nothing but perpendicular by hypotenuse. So if we are taking sine of angle A in the small triangle PAM, what will we have? MP by PA. And in triangle CAB, what we will going to have? BC by AC. It will be the same, the ratio will be same, sine of angle A will not going to change. Similarly, cosine will be same, cosine will be the base BAM by hypotenuse AP, and for bigger triangle AB by AC, and tangent will be the perpendicular by base, that is PM by AM and CB by AB. So what is clear from this? It is clear that the value of trigonometric ratio of an angle do not vary with the length of the side if the angles remains same. Okay, so in the next in the next video we are going to discuss the further parts. If you like my video, please do like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. Don't forget to press notification bell for the further topic of trigonometric. Okay, thank you for watching my video.